You're watching DVTV, North Texas's leading source for online LGBT video.
Hey everyone, this is Gus Klein with another episode of DVTV. Today we are outside of the Majestic Theater in downtown Dallas, where they are presenting Defending the Caveman. We're going to go inside and interview the talent, Isaac Lamb, and they are here from August 7th through 12th, so you need to come down and watch the show. Let's go inside.
It's hard to talk about that feely stuff. Women can talk more about feely stuff because they get more practice at it. They hang out with their friends and have those creepy talks. Guys don't get any practice. You don't hang out with other guys going, "Hey, Chuck, did you ever want to cry, but you didn't know why? Some days I just feel kind of weepy. Hold me, Chuck, I need to cry."
We're here with Isaac Lamb of Defending the Caveman.
Thank you.
Sir, what have you brought to the fair city of Dallas?
I have brought a show to the fair city of Dallas. It's not a musical. It's not a dance show. It's a one-man show, the longest-running one-man show in Broadway history.
Really?
Yes. It's the grand dame of one-man shows.
Wow.
It's Defending the Caveman, but it's a sweetly comical examination of the differences between men and women.
Okay. We were doing a little bit of our research. I noticed that there's it's a one-man show, but there are other actors performing it around the
There are several of us. Yeah, there's a few of us. Yeah, there's sort of a company of actors. The original guy, Rob Becker, wrote it. He was a stand-up comedian, and so he sort of worked it out through his act over about 10 years, and then ended up performing it on Broadway. And he sort of handpicked and selected a few of the rest of us to carry on the spear.
Really? Where did that take place?
That actually was here. The first time I ever worked with Rob in a rehearsal setting was here at the Majestic Theater in Dallas.
Oh,
So
wow.
Dallas has been very good to me. Yeah. Life brings you back around.
You ever hear a guy consoling his friend on the phone? Maybe it didn't sound like consoling to you. It sounds like this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, then dump her.
How long has it been running in Broadway?
It was on Broadway from 95 until like 97 or 98, so 2.5 years. It's the longest running one. We beat Lily Tomlin. So
wow.
That's a big win for us. So yeah, it was on Broadway for a long time, and it's been touring ever since. So
how long have you been on the tour?
I've been doing it for 4 years, and it stays fresh. You know, you'd think after 4 years you'd get sick of it, but new audiences and new laughs everywhere, and it keeps it really fresh for me.
So tell me a little bit about the characters. You have to. It's a one-man show again, but you present a few different sides of
cavemanic behavior. Yeah, and it's it's funny because I think there's this attitude you kind of got started to see with like Andrew Dice Clay and Tim Allen in the 90s. You know, men are pigs and all that kind of stuff, and it sort of became like this calling card to be a quote unquote real man. You had to sort of accept that you were a dog, and I don't know why that should be the case. You know, I think that there are things that men do that we've inherited from our caveman ancestors that are just hunter things, and there are things that women do that they've inherited from their gatherer ancestors that they do.
That still exist.
Yeah, that still exist today. Yeah. You know, they've done these. It's funny. They've done these studies where they found that women on like an average day, a woman will use about 7,000 words. A man will use about 2,000. Which to me explains every argument my parents ever had. You know, Dad would come home, he'd be tired. My mom would swear he was grumpy or upset, and he was just out of words. For God's sakes, she'd got 5,000 left.
Oh, let's get Laura in for a second.
Let's get a female perspective,
Come on
Laura.
over, Missy. How did you choose to take on this little project?
Oh my
gosh. Did it offend you from the feminine perspective?
You know, I'm very supportive. I've never been offended. That's not what the show is about. And I actually worked with Rob Becker a couple of times in Minneapolis. And when the new producer sort of took over, they called and asked if I wanted to
come on back.
Work with the rest of the cavemen, and it was my pleasure. And yeah. So.
What have been some of the highlights for you? You get to tour
besides working with me.
Right, exactly. Isaac is so great to work with. Yeah, it's so fun.
I'm dreaming.
Well, it's fun to get to know everybody and to work with them and on selling the show and talking to folks like you guys, which is my primary responsibility, and also to get the word out about the message that it gives, about relationships, and that there is no male bashing. That it's all it's all in goodwill.
Yeah, it is all
and,
more sort of about parallels, really.
It is. And the message is really timeless. The show's been around for a while, but it continues to have strong sales across the country because it relates to everybody.
She's a little camera shy. She doesn't usually do that.
She's acting like a girl.
No, so ridiculous. I'm not a cave woman, but...
That's it from the Majestic. By the way, if you visit the cavemania.com website, you can enter for a chance to win for a trip for 2 to Vegas, where you get to see the show, and they schedule you in the Frank Sinatra love room or something, and massages, and it was really cool. So anyways, if you have any entertainment news you would like to submit or have us attend, please drop us an email at dvtv@... Oh. I forgot the email address. What is it? Stop it.